Hey, greetings and salutations. I'm Big Brother. As you can see, I've changed the name to my channel again. Honestly, At the Auction with Big Brother or Big Brother at the Auctions was just too entirely long. So now it's just Big Brother Auctions. If it makes me seem like I'm an auction website, well, maybe that's something coming. Um, I want to quick update on the American Girl stuff. I haven't released the American Girl #2 yet. If you're seeing this after that, um, just know that the stuff is selling almost as quickly as I'm putting it up. American Girl doll stuff sells incredibly well, especially if you have the original box, which you want, and stuff's in good condition, of course. Uh, and don't be greedy, okay? I did manage to get most of my American Girl stuff relatively cheap, maybe $5, $6 per box. And some of these boxes are small with lots of accessories, and most of them are complete, not all. But yeah, just don't be greedy. I'm selling most of them for between no more than $40. A lot of the bigger pieces, yeah, of course, I'm selling them for whatever comps are going for. Some of the stuffed animals like the Cub Bunny and Fawn. I think I quoted about $60. Honestly, it's more like 80. But I haven't listed them yet, and I'll probably just go ahead and list them for like 75 or best offer and take 60. Or if somebody throws me a price of 50, I'd take that too. I've got $10 wrapped up into all three pieces, so just don't be greedy. And American Girl doll is extremely hot, extremely collectible, which brings me into thing #2. Every Sunday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Flippin' Mike and Big Bro will be having a live show. A couple hours long. Usually don't go much longer than that unless chat's really active. We might go an extra 20 or 30 minutes. And we'd like you to come over and hang out and maybe just hop on and tell us about yourself and tell us what you do. We talk reselling. We don't always talk reselling. We just talk about whatever's going on. Flippin' Mike's getting ready to release another channel, Flippin' Mike Lego. I encourage you to go check it out. Who doesn't like Legos? Well, I'm not a big Lego fan, but I appreciate their sellability. I'd like you guys to come over and hang out and check us out. If you're not doing anything on a Sunday, just come over and chit chat. And lastly, because of the last Sunday's live, I had a longtime viewer come along and pose a question. So I'm going to recite the question here, which I have, and we will explore this and maybe take a trip on this journey. So this is a person wanting to sell, and they're wanting to try to find stuff in a lot of categories that other people don't know about or really don't care about. And I really wasn't thinking about it at the time, but I've had some time to think about it. It's been almost a week now. I would say parts. I've done well with parts. If you want some in a lot of different categories, buying or just picking up junk things is super cheap. Like Tonkas. Tonkas sell well. You get them in good condition, you can sell them for good money. But I've bought crappy ones before, and I've stripped them, like taking the wheels off or taking the dash out or something like that. And you sell those parts for, not a lot, $5-10 a piece. It depends on how desirable the piece is as a whole. That's how I judge how much I'm gonna charge for parts. Also, how much I have into it and how much of it I have for sale. Um, yeah, I would say parts. When I first started selling, uh, after the crafting stuff, when I was buying things, some of the best advice I got was sell things that other people don't want to sell or mess with. And that was large things. I was the guy that bought large things. People didn't want to mess with shipping. Now, mind you, this is almost 10 years ago. Shipping rates were a little better. Uh, but everything was still relative to the time. Uh, yeah, I was buying things like saws, miter saws, big things. Uh, I was shipping those out. I was buying coffee machines that you would see, say, at a gas station, the big Mongo things. I was buying those and shipping them out FedEx. But I could get those things to next to nothing because nobody else wanted to mess with them. Now, I'm at a point where I don't want to mess with them because I've been through all that, and I got royally screwed by FedEx. But that was a long time ago. Maybe things are different now, maybe not. But that is an option. Find the things that other people don't want to buy, and you buy them. Not because they're expensive, but because they're junk, or because they're large, or, to find something that other people don't sell is next to impossible, I'm pretty sure, unless you handcraft it. Uh, yeah, I don't think that's a reality. Uh, Everybody knows a little something about something. I mean, I don't know everything about dolls, but I know a little bit about dolls, okay? And it is a little bit. I don't know everything there is about Legos, but I know a little bit because I know people that are in it. There's there's so much out there that it's really hard to find that one particular thing that nobody else is selling or nobody else cares about. Uh, Vintage underwear. That would be something people would be going, what? Yeah, that shit sells. Excuse me, that stuff sells. So, even out of the package, and that's kind of you. But there you go. There's something else other people don't care about. It depends on how far you're willing to go, what you're willing to buy, how much you're willing to spend for things. There's a lot of variables. There's a lot of factors. But if you want to stick to small, shippable things that are cheap to ship, which means they're cheap for the buyer to pay for, which also helps your sales, I would stick with parts. And it could be parts to anything. And if you do it long enough, and you figure out what some of these parts go to, you start learning about those things. And you might come across a part that's worth $50, and you're like, what the hell is it worth $50 for? And you come to find out that it's part of a clock that's worth, I don't know, $300-400. So you're thinking, now I'm going to be on the lookout for that clock. So parts is almost like a stepping stone if you really want to dig in and do the research. Google Lens has kind of taken some of the guesswork out of that. And there's websites on Facebook like What the Hell Is This? I think one of them's called. There's a few of them out there. So now there are things that actually help you figure out what these parts are part of the whole of. And that's where I would go. Anybody else watching that has an idea of what this person may try, or if you have a thought to it before they start their journey, because their journey is not your journey, just let me know. Put it in the comments below. Hopefully, we can all bounce some ideas off of each other, because that never hurts. That always helps. And I'm always willing to share about anything that I've sold. There's just too much of everything out there for me to worry about competition. Seriously. Yeah, that's pretty much all I got. Hey, don't forget our show every Sunday. This Sunday is just gonna be me. I'm sorry. Flippin' Mike's going to a concert. I hope they're having fun. So the following Sunday. And yeah, that's it. Hey, everybody, stay profitable and TTFN.